So I'm teaching string, and let's come to this formatting. So you will see in the string, this is the way we can use the format method. The positional argument which you want to format, or which you want to pass manually, you can provide the brackets and then use this dot format method and give the as many as argument you want. If there are three places where you want to put something, you can provide the three arguments. So if you will print this, if you will run this, then you will see it is printing Sam age is 21, he is beautiful and live in Boston. Okay. In the same way, why we are using this formatting dot format method? Because suppose uh, you want to automate something, you want to print the, like, how many workers are coming to the office today, what is their age, where they live. You want to try print every time someone is passing a certain passing under a certain building. So there, instead of hard coding anything inside it, suppose I want to hard code Sam Boston and his age, but I did hard coding, but I want to change it. I want something like, so this can change dynamically on the basis of the person who is entering inside the building. There we can use this dot format method. This means we just have to provide the age, name, and place. This string will dynamically change. That's why I said the format method dynamically change string with respect to arguments we used for formatting. One more thing you can observe in formatting. This is a function thing, so I'm not um, teaching you this. I mean, this is the same thing, but this is the functional implementation. When we will learn function, we can understand this part. So you will see what we can do. If I put 0 here and then 1 here and then 2 here. So if I say Boston here, Boston, and then Sam at this place, and then you will see this 0 is representing the first argument. Here Boston is coming. 21 is representing the second argument, second come here, and Sam is representing the third argument. But if I swap places, I know Sam should be here. So if I provide 2 here, because indexing start from 0, 1, 2, this count will not change 0, 1, 2, but you can change these placeholders. This means you can map each input to these placeholders. If I'm saying Sam is at second position, if you put Sam second here, 2 here, then Sam will come here, and then 21 is at first position, it will go here. Boston is at last position of 0th index, you can put 0th index here. So instead of Boston age is 21, he's handsome and he lives in Sam, we can see now the sentence will change according to the positional argument. So this is how you can uh, map your input along with where to place it inside the string. Okay, cool. Second thing is, okay, you can also use this format method to print the precise value. If you will see here, I want to format 6 with the precision, the numbers of digit after decimal. I want it to be 4. I can put 4 here. If you want the number of digit after decimal to be 7, you can print the 7-digit precise number. In the same way, there is more methods like is AL_num, which is my string is alphanumeric, is my string has alphabets and numerics only. This AL_num will only check the function is my string is alphanumeric. It should have alphabets and numeric. This is not case sensitive, so it will just check for alphabets and numbers should be there. Nothing else, no special characters. If you will see here, I have provided the alphabets and numbers, but there are no special characters. But when I'm using this method, and this method always returns true or false Boolean answer. All the methods which start with is, they mostly return the Boolean answer in a string. So yeah, this is alphanumeric because there's only alphabets and numerical ones. And in the same way, if I want to check this method, you will see that we are only returning false because the dot, this is not a decimal. The way the computer interpreted is just a full stop after a sentence. So it comes under special character. That's why it's saying it's alphanumeric is false. In the same way, there's one more method you can use on a string is alpha. So it just check for the alphabets. And when we in interview, when we see many times the interviewer give us some questions. Can you do this? Can you do that? So these functions comes into handy as well as in data engineering when we process some data, when we want to process some string, process some like fix some data pipeline or build some data pipeline. Uh, so yeah, these functions will come into picture. So I mean, I highly advise you guys to attend all the lectures, all the videos. Try to attend it live. If you can't, then just go from the recorded sessions. And I also urge you to download please this VS Code and try to code whatever you are seeing on the screen. Just try to write it by yourself, because when I will give you assignments, some questions, then you have to solve it. It will be very challenging if you will not follow class properly. We will solve some problems that the way I will teach you how to think in that direction. And then the new the classes which will gonna happen in future, they will be more competitive, as I told in my today's session as well. So data engineering is a mixture of uh, I mean, computer science is a very practical field. It's not theoretical. So you can't understand everything just by listening to someone, just by reading books. You have to do some efforts, and there's an output you can see. So computer science is a practical field. I mean, whatever you are doing on website, everything is practical. It's not just happened. It's not theoretical. It's practical. So in the same way, you have to be practical, try to learn codes, as well as you have to understand the concepts as well, some theory as well. So that's how you can able to learn the proper data engineering. If you will miss any part of it, you will not learn properly. And why I'm focusing more on Python, because the data pipelines inside the company, uh, they're built on some specific language, which can be Python, Java, Scala, or any language. But mostly it's Python and Scala. So in some startups or in some big tech companies, you can find uh, a data pipeline consists of many tools, many technologies, many programming languages as well. So that's why my focus is more on Python. You should have the good understanding of Python. And then in future, when we learn the some other tools like PySpark, we understand how it is working internally, what are executors, what are the memory configurations you have to give. These kind of concepts you will get easily when you have good knowledge of the data structures which I am telling, or the programming itself, program language itself. So is alpha is a method that just tell you whether there are only alphabets or not. And then this is not case sensitive. This just check for any capital letter or as well as small letter. It's not specific that I will only check alphabets for small letters or capital letters. So it is case insensitive. Case insensitive means whatever the alphabet you're providing, irrespective of it is uppercase or lowercase, your method should work on each input. There's a one more method is decimal. So what is decimal? So if you will see here, a equal to 7.4, and I'm just checking, is this a decimal number? You will see, yeah, 7.4 is a decimal number, but if I put 7.4, you will say it is giving false, because 7.44 is not a decimal number. A decimal number should consist of only one full stop. If you will provide something like this, any number, so it will output you true, because it's a decimal number. I mean, this number has increased. So this will only check for Unicode characters. That's why. So only number from 0 to 9 is falls under is decimal. Any number which is above it, it will not say that it is a decimal number or not. So if I will show you 7.9, it will say, yeah, it's saying is decimal. So it's saying no, it is not a decimal number. Why it's saying so? Let's check. A is equal to 7.9, B equal to 7.1, and then we are checking for is decimal. A dot is decimal. You will see is false. Oh, sorry, P. I have to give P. And then 7.0. Okay, it is giving false. P is decimal. And if I check for number 7, it is giving true because it's a decimal number. The number from 0 to 9 are all decimal numbers. So if I will say 9.0, it will give me false because this dot is not a decimal, it's a full stop, as I told you earlier. So decimal numbers, okay, let me clear one more thing. Decimal numbers and floating point number is a difference. There's a difference in decimal number and floating point number. Floating point digit is 8.0. It's not a decimal. In mathematics, we say 8.0 is a decimal, but it's a floating point number. But if I just print the number from 0 to 9, these are the decimal numbers. 0 to 9, the numbers are decimal numbers. So if I will show you, 090 is a decimal number because the number is from 0 to 9. It could be any number in this range. So is digit check for 0 to 9 as well as other encodings. So there are some special characters you will see. This is /U2077. And I'm asking, is A the decimal number? Then you will see is giving false because it's checked for some other special character as well. 7 is a special character which is like small 7. So that's why it is saying no, it's a special character and it can't be a decimal number. In the same way, there are so other string methods which you can use, like is digit, is decimal, is numeric. So everyone is checking for a digit, for a integer value, but with some small changes. Is digit, is decimal, is numeric. So there's some difference, little bit of difference in Python, which I really want you guys to see. Just note it down, go on internet, understand the concept, how is digit is working, how is decimal is working, how is numeric is working. If you fail to do it, so what happened? Okay, if you fail to do it, so then I will teach you in next class. Now let's come to one more string method, which is split lines. So what do split lines do? If you're providing input in separate lines, this is, I told you, I have given you multi-line string input. I have told you earlier in today's class. This is multi-line string input, and if you use the function split lines, what it will do, on the basis of new line, it will split every part of your sentence into and put it into list at each index. So you will see, I am here, I just want to go there, I will come back here. This means there are three different lines. So my sentence is breaking at two different points. So the way the method is saying is split on the basis of the line breaks. So line break means /n. In computer, /n means line break. So here it is saying /n again, and then we are done. So 2/n means 3 splits. So it's like if there's a ribbon starting from 0 to 3. If you will make 2 cuts, it will form 3 pieces. In the same way, the split lines is splitting at 2 places. That's why we have 3 separate values in a list. One more thing is swap case. So what swap case do? It convert lowercase character to uppercase character. And then in swap case, if you will provide some special characters like space is there, or if you will provide some special character, let's say ampersand is there, then you will see it will ignore the special characters. It will only swap case the character which is in upper alphabet and the character which is in lower alphabet. So one more thing, I mean, in today's class, I also explained, in earlier class, I also explained how these methods are working internally. I also shown them how these methods are working internally. So if you want to see like how this sub case is working, so what I'm doing is here, I'm just giving you pseudocode idea that at every place I'm checking for is it alphabet? Is if that character is alphabet, just append a new character in the lowercase form. How this is happening? This is happening through code. When we will learn functions, we will see each of it. If I will implement it, then you may get confused. Again, there is a title method. We just check for whether whatever the input you are giving, is it a title? And then if it is not, then it make it title as a title. Like Taj Mahal is a monument, and for a title, every first letter should start from a capital letter. So yeah, every first letter should start from a capital letter. That's why this dot title method making a string in title form. Same with is capitalized. So what is the difference between is title and is capitalized? Is capitalized only capitalize the first letter, but is title capitalize every sentence, sorry, every complete word inside a sentence in the form of title. So it will capitalize every first character in a sentence. Same way a dot lower, what it will do, it will convert every uppercase character into lowercase character. In the same way upper as well. I mean, we have seen this in earlier classes as well. In the same way this upper works. So if you will see, uh where it is. Okay. Now there is one more method, which is translate method, that take the I mean, this method is vague. Nobody generally use it, but you can go and check it on your own. It's a bit complex to understand. That's why I'm not telling you. It is like something, you provide the strings, and then you ask them to print the original string, which is A, B, C, D, E, F in this variable string. But then what you are saying, translate this string with this ABC with this first string, second string, third string. This means translate A, B, C, D, E, F with all the three strings. Then what will happen when you apply the make trans function and you will print it? You will see it is printing the ASCII code characters. These 97, 98, 99, these are ASCII values. These are not the real values. So it is just converting some ASCII to integer to ASCII something kind of thing. But this is not very useful. One more method is there, zfill, which is, I believe, which is important. This method adds 0 at the beginning of the string until it reaches the specified length. And this means this is my string. If I will say s.zfill, zfill means start from the end, keep subtracting one from past argument, which means it will start from h. H is the character which is the zeroth index. But you will see if I say zfill 15, what it will do, it will fill the zeros until it will keep filling the zeros, and increment its pointer towards the left side. So it is like a equal to hello. Initially my pointer was at h. In this zfill case, it was in h. Then I said zfill by 15, which means if I'm here, go towards left and fill 0. Now check the length of this whole thing. If it is less than 15, just keep doing it until this reaches the length of 15. A program will stop. This is how this is working internally. If you will see, it has printed 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 zeros. instead of these 15 zeros, because that will 15 z fill 15s mean starting from the end, just fill zeros and keep subtracting 1 from past argument. This means this 15 will become 14 every time. So this argument will decrease internally inside the code. I mean, there are various implementation, but this is one of the easiest implementation I'm telling you. Same with the identifier as well. This identifier checks that whatever the value you are providing in the input, is it of a certain data type. This is how the identifier works. So if you will see is identifier, if you will see, yeah, this is a true. It check for invalid identifier condition. Identifier cannot start with number. Identifier cannot have space. So that's why this is an identifier. If you will put a space, if you will put a space in this input, and then you want to check, it will give you false because space are not defined under identifiers. Identifiers are those values which don't have a space. In the same way, is printable. It's a stupid thing. Someone is asking something. Control F. Okay. Okay. What is identifier? What is the use in real world? Okay. So wait. That's why I told you, many methods you won't be using on your day-to-day basis, but the one which you have to use, I'm telling you. So identifier is something like you just have to check a string in the specific format. That's how people made these small modules. It's not a science rocket science. It's not that useful. It's just a module written by someone. Same way is printable is not very. I mean, there are some cases of special characters which you can't use to print. Like in this text, I have provided Python and then /nru, which is a special character which they can't print. So they are just returning me false. If they will return true, then I can able to print, ask them for whether that character is can be able to we can able to print it or not. So that's how this is printable thing is working. These are some special characters, some hidden characters which you can't see, and they can't print on the when you use the print function as well. So this one more method is lower, which just check whatever sentence you have given, is it in lowercase or not. If it is not in lowercase, it will return false, like happy, Python. These all are in the uppercase. I mean the title case. So there's not a first one instance where you will find the lowercase characters. That's why it is giving you false. Same way is space. In the same way, we can see there's a function, there's a method. There's a method is space returning is man built by me or someone else. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm drink some. Okay. So um Here you will see I have implemented the isTitle method, what we have seen above. So it will check whether the string is in title format or not. What is title format? That every word inside your sentence which is space separated should start with the capital letter. So the holy book Gita is starting from the capital letter, because every every word of your string, the first character is in the uppercase. So when I say use the method isTitle, it will give me true. But as a programmer, you should know that some of the methods, how they are working. You can't go in the detail. Like suppose you know pandas, there are some other libraries as well. You just import them. You just care about if I'm giving the right input, it should give me my output. Don't care about too much detail how they're implemented, but you should have some knowledge like how these things work in some cases. So in the same way, I have implemented the isTitle method, which is provided by Python internally. I mean, I'm not saying this is the only method which the Python developers used, but this could be the sort of method. I mean, maybe they have implemented in some other way. So what this is doing, we have already seen is split. What I have provided a string. I have provided it. It is splitting. We are splitting this string with the help of spaces. What this split method do? This will return you a list. So if I will show you print as list, and then you will see when I will run this code, you will see this is the function I have made. We will see how this function thing is working, but for the sake of understanding this is a keyword. This is my function name. This is the argument which I have passed, and in the same way, I have passed this a. A is this string. When this string comes to this split function, what does split function do? It will look for spaces and separate every word of your sentence and append them into a list. This is a list. Now I am iterating on list, on each character of list. What I am saying is, in ch, I have got someone asking, is ORD a predefined function? Yes, is yeah. I'm coming to it. Is ORD, and there are two functions in Python, predefined functions. One is ORD, one is CHR. ORD is a function, and then one is CHR is a function. So what maybe you guys know about the ASCII values. So ASCII value is something like, we are reading it like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but the computer is understanding them in the hexacode, ASCII codes, or there are many type of coding encoding formats. So ASCII code, every character has a ASCII value. ASCII value means mathematical value, you can understand. So I will say, if I will say, just look at this program. For each character in a list, it will first time in ch variable. I have already told the working of for loop. You can see the previous recordings, then you will understand why I'm saying ch is a variable. In ch, I will get d, thd. What I'm saying, if go to this d and then access the first character, ch0, so you can understand this like ch equal to d this time. When I say ch of 0, this is the way how we, with the help of, this is the index, with the help of index we can access the characters inside a string. So ch of 0 means t. So I'm saying if t is greater than equal to 97, so I'm saying t is greater than equal to 97, which not makes sense because t is an alphabet and 97 is a numerical number. But when I do ORD of t, so this ORD function, what it do, it give me the ASCII value of t. So if you will see the ASCII chart, ASCII ASCII table, you will see, yes, you can see ASCII table. So you can see this. Yeah, every character, uppercase, and lowercase character. Every character has a sky value. Here you can see this. Oh, this image is not loading. Yeah, here you can see small a sky value start from 97 and ends at 122. In the same way, capital A sky value start from 65 and ends at 90. So in my program, what I'm doing, I'm saying whether t's value is greater than 97. So what I am checking here, if t value is greater than 97, which means, if you will observe carefully, the capital T's value is 24 and the small t value is not 24. The capital T value is, here you will see, these are the sky values. The capital T sky value is 84, but the small t value is 116. So what I'm checking in my program, if my value is greater than 97 and my value is less than 122, this means my first character is not in the smaller case range, because the smaller case range is 97 to 122, but the uppercase range is 65 to 90. So if I'm checking if my character falls in this range, just return me false, because we are checking the first character. And why I have implemented this logic, I could have said that whether my first character falls in the uppercase range, like from 67 to from 65 to 90. But in that case, I have to again check for the H and then D. But my case is, this is how you should think. But my problem statement is, I just have to look for the first character. If it is not title case at the first place, why would I have to go and check for O, check for K, check for I, check for T, check for A? At every, for every word. So for every word, you just have to check the first character and then you are done. This is the way how the internal implementations are there. And understand one more thing.